pleaded not guilty, and for that reason is presumed innocent until he is found guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction or until he voluntarily pleads guilty. It is this presumption of innocence that accords him a right to apply for bail. He has exercised this right. However, grant or denial of this bail application is at the discretion of this court. I have considered and carefully taken into account the arguments made for and against this bail application. The state objects to the first surety for reasons. The said surety is younger than the applicant and a mere friend who may fail to prevail over him to come to court as and when required. However, I wish to agree with counsel for the applicant that the law does not expressly provide that the surety should be older than the applicant or that he or she should be a relative. In my view, in a person of majority age that court finds substantial can stand as a surety for an accused person. So the surety in issue is of majority age. This objection is overruled. So the sureties presented are all found substantial. The second objection relates to the fact that the accused, if granted bail, may abscond. The state argues that this offense was allegedly committed in 2024, and as the prosecution were able to present the accused person in court in 2025, after tracking him well, this argument is not supported by any evidence. So this court shall treat it as a mere allegation. In my view, the applicant has satisfied this court that he deserves to be granted bail, as I hereby do, on the following terms. The applicant is granted bail on the following terms. 1, the applicant shall execute a non-cash bond of 5 million. You execute a non-cash bond of 5 million. Each of your sureties is bonded with the same amount, also not cash. You'll come back here on 3rd of Feb at 10:30. 3rd of Feb at 10:30.
Kote kuwadde ebintu akalukayo ka miliyoni 5 sizaabuliwo na buli akuyimiridde miliyoni 5 sizaabuliwo. Kooti nekubiriza okukomawo mu kooti, ojja kudda mu kooti anakuza omwezi 3 omwezi gwa 2 omwaka ogujja saawa 4:30.
Please let me hear from him, okay? Can we have some order?
Let me some order.
Yes. Okay. The state to respond to this application.
This happened in December court. The court should order the state attorney or the police to be given his phones. That his phones were taken by police based on the fact that even the state submitted that it was tracked. That means they took his phones. and explain that court should order police to give him his phones. If they cannot give the phones, maybe they give him the lines, because he cannot get other lines because he doesn't have a national ID by now.
Is there any response to his concerns?
Yes, these forms are retrieved as an exhibit. See it on the court record. As per the police form 17A, the exhibits.
They are exhibits.
It's reflected here, police form 17A.
The state attorney is saying that the phones you asking for, they were retrieved from you and they are treating them as exhibits. Well, an exhibit, it would suggest that that is part of their evidence that they intend to use in this matter. And at this stage, it would be prejudicial to the prosecution's case if I ordered them to release their evidence that they intend to rely on in this matter. It would be prejudicial to their case if I ordered that the said phones, which they are treating as exhibits, be released to you. I would be weakening their case in one or the other, because according to it is their evidence that they intend to rely on in this matter. So I would not make that order of releasing those phones.
Omweba gavumenti akkiriza nti essimu bazirina nga walabye police file kiraga nti bazirina, naye bazirina nga ebizibiti bagenda okukozesa mu musango guno. Omulamuzi n'agamba bwe kibanga essimu ezo bazirina ng'ebizibiti tasobola balagira ate bazikuwe abaana fuya musango gwabwe. So bazirina ng'obujulizi, so bajja kuzireeta ng'ebizibiti nga bawa obujulizi bwabwe mu kkooti. So tasobola kulagira ate babire nga bazikuwa bazikaza ng'ebizibiti.
So at some stage, probably maybe after the hearing of this matter, court would make really the relevant orders then in respect of these forms. Okay?
N'omusango bwe guggweera, kkooti eba yaddembe okukola ebiragiro ebikwata ku masimu ago egagaleetebwa obanga baleese ng'ebizibiti. Omusango guwedde esobola olagira egabagadda oba bagakuwa oba bagasigaza.
I think we are done with you.
Is in a better position to preside over the accused person to attend court whenever required. Or notify court if the attendance is not possible for any circumstance. Worship, regarding the second objection of the applicant being likely to abscond, the reason given by the state is that it took them time to get him, and your worship, that cannot be a reason for this court to deny the applicant bail, since the state has not produced any proof that he was notified that they wanted him, and he actually decided not to avail himself. Your worship, that was the work of the police, and we cannot, based on that, deny the accused bail, because it took police a lot of time to get him. We are not even certain when they started looking for him and when they got him. Your worship, in a nutshell, I pray that this court exercises its discretion to grant the applicant bail on the most lenient terms as prayed before. So,
Person is presented, seems the appearance is the same. And this matter is for bail application. We are ready to proceed.
We proceed. precise. Let's go to the gist of the application.
Your Worship, this application is premised to Article 23.6 and Article 28.3 of the Constitution.
Dennis.
Your Worship, the accused person has a fixed place of abode within the jurisdiction of this court. Specifically, Zambia is Awonye Okudayo. A copy of his introduction letter is on the system, Your Worship, and a copy is only here for reference. Your Worship, the accused person has people willing to stand surety, and they fail to proceed and present them before court.
Please proceed.
The first one is Mr. Ahereza Benson.
Ahereza aliwa?
Who is Ahereza?
Mr. Ahereza Benson is a friend of the accused person.
Ahereza who?
Ahereza Benson is a friend of the accused person. He's occupied, he's a driver at Kabuja Primary School.
Driver at Kabuja.
Kabuja Primary School.
Okay.
He's also a resident within the jurisdiction of this court. Specifically in Seleko Village, LC1. As it appears on his introduction letter. Your Worship, I pray to go to the second person.
Let me have his contact, the contact for this surety. Phone number
The phone number is 0771
0771
39 74
Yes.
67. Your Worship, the second person is Mr. Nkungu Rogers, a brother to the accused.
Lukungu.
Nkungu Rogers. He's a brother to the accused person. He's a businessman operating a shop within the jurisdiction of this court. And Zambia LC1, Chitawusi Village. His number is 0772 70 62
0772
70
Yes.
62 59. Worship, I pray to go to the third surety.
Please proceed. Go there.
Needs commercial patience.
Tumusabe. Where is Tumusabe Patience? You're the one?
The mother of the accused person. She's a farmer.
Yes.
Also resident within the jurisdiction of this court. Nansambia East, Gogonya 2, Local Council 1, as it appears on her introduction letter. We've endeavored to explain to assure it is their role.
Give me a phone number.
0761
076
1 31
31
08 30. Worship, we've endeavored to
Just this accused person has been brought to court on production warrant. For the purpose of bail consideration. Which apparently I don't. Because yes, there are two files where they were issued production warrant. As we informed quite earlier when we are not having the file. Now they have submitted one of the file. So I feel that this one is stood over and we handle the one we have the file in court as we wait for his file.
Okay.
And humble prayers.
Councillor Musa, is there an objection?
no objection, Your Worship.
Fayiro yakwezira Norbat era amanyikiddwa nga Norbat event state ategeeza kooti nti police fayiro ebadde banagireeta mu kooti asaba kooti eyimirizeemu omusango gwe eddakiika ntono nnyo bakebere police fayiro bajja kuddamu fayiro bagiyite.
The same is stood over for 30 minutes.
Omusango kooti eguyimirizaamu dakiika 3 bakebere fayiro ya poliisi.
You can be seated.
Ddayo tuule.